Thank you guys so much for coming. I'll try to keep it short because I know we're running behind. My name is Nick Patrick. I'm the head of product at Handy, and this is communications as the linchpin of a two-sided marketplace. So the feedback code for this session is T77. Would love to hear feedback from you guys. So what are we going to cover today? I'll tell you a bit about who I am and a bit about what Handy is, and then we'll talk for a bit about why communications are so important to operating and growing the Handy platform. We'll go through a couple specific examples of interactions and communications between the different parties that use our platform and talk about kind of where we started and how those things have evolved over time and what we've done to get smarter and more efficient and drive our business forward. And at the end, we'll reflect and talk about some of the big lessons that we've learned throughout building this stuff. And if we have time, we'll do some Q&A at the end. So who am I? I'm this guy. Raise your hand if you think this looks like me, even remotely. Kind of a lukewarm response out there. Maybe the hair is too orange. I don't know. But we have these little Handy avatars that we use internally a lot and also externally for customers as well. So you'll see a bunch of these throughout the presentation. As I said, I'm the head of product at Handy. Been with the company for about a year and a half. It's been the craziest year and a half of my life, like in the best way possible. Just lots of growth, lots of exciting stuff happening. I manage our team of product managers and designers, and we think not only about the customer experience, the apps and the websites that we have for our customer, but also the professional experience. So we have cleaners and handymen that use our platform. They have an application onboarding process. They have an app that they use to claim jobs and manage their schedule. And we also think a lot about internal tools and process automation that help us grow and operate our platform as efficiently as possible. So what is Handy? Raise your hand if you've heard of Handy before. Keep it up if you've used Handy before. Okay, a couple of you. Would love to talk to you about your experiences afterwards. So for customers, we think of Handy as the easiest way to book home services. So we have an app and a website that let customers book very quickly. Cleaners, handymen, plumbers, electricians, painters, moving assistants, furniture assembly, all these different types of services. And we think of the app as a remote control for your home. So at a most basic level, you start by selecting a service, and we have the full range of services that I just mentioned. You enter your preferences, and we have a really sort of snappy guided flow. In the case of cleaning, you say, how big is your home? When would you like your professional to come? How often would you like them to come? Any preferences that you have in terms of rooms that you want us to focus on, or services that you want us to focus on, or supplies that you want us to use or not use. And you can add extras, things like inside fridge cleaning or oven cleaning. You enter your payment info and you pay. So there's no process where you see a list of different service providers and have to read reviews or choose. It's just, put your payment information in, complete the transaction, and trust that we're going to send somebody great out to do the service at the appointed time. So what happens after you make a booking? At the appointed time, your professional will show up. You can be home if you'd like, or you can, if you have a doorman or you want to leave your key somewhere, you can choose not to be home. But we'll notify you when your professional is on the way and your booking is about to start. And in the event that we have the professional's location, you can see their location on the screen. You can get notified when the booking starts, keep tabs on the status of the booking throughout. The service is delivered, and the cleaner leaves behind a checklist explaining what they did, and you'll get a notification when they're finished. So when you come back, you can come back to your spotless apartment or your assembled furniture, or whatever it may be, and give feedback. Right? You can leave a star rating for your professional. In the event that you really love the service and you rate 5 stars, you have the chance to provide positive feedback, which is relayed to the professional to make them feel all warm and fuzzy. And in the unfortunate event that something didn't meet your expectations, we ask a couple more questions about what went wrong, what could be improved, and that feedback is aggregated and anonymized and delivered to professionals as well, so they can better themselves, and so we can continue to keep our platform strong. So we're growing super fast. We started as Handybook back in 2012, so you might have heard of us as Handybook. We rebranded late last year, and today a booking is made every 20 seconds, so we're doing a lot of volume. We're in 28 cities in 3 countries, including San Francisco, so most of the major cities in the United States. We're also in Toronto and Vancouver up in Canada, and last year we acquired a company called Mop in London, who was a leader in the space over there, and that's been a really fast-growing market for us. So we're super excited about the prospect of growing the business both in North America and also overseas. So we've talked a bunch about the customer experience, but we can't lose sight of the fact that we have these cleaning professionals, these cleaners, these handymen, and they have a product that they use and an experience engaging with our platform as well. So we've onboarded over 10,000 professionals. Trust is very important. We want to make sure we have high-quality professionals on our platform, so we do background checks for all of them. We're very stringent on who we let onto the platform, And the average rating is 4.5 stars, right? So we make sure that we are using this feedback loop to deliver high quality service and ensure that only our best professionals continue to have access to our platform. So they have an app that they use as well, which we affectionately call Portal. We like to think of this as an ATM in your pocket. We're trying to build a product that's really flexible and simple and empowering for these professionals to operate on our platform. So they can use it to claim jobs and manage their schedule. They can browse and find jobs that work best for them in terms of times of day that they want to work or neighborhoods they want to work in. As I mentioned, we collect feedback from customers, and so that's aggregated and anonymized and shown to professionals in terms of categories for things they can improve on, and we give them tips for how to improve the quality of their service. And also we relay positive feedback to them through here as well. And ultimately you can get paid, right, for being on the platform. So you enter your bank account info, and we have a nice display of all of your completed job payments grouped by week. So I talked a bit about sort of what Handy is and the product experience, and as you guys can probably tell, communications are really central to what we do. They're central to operating our platform, so sort of the day-to-day functioning of the platform. We obviously do things like send out booking reminders to let customers know that their booking is upcoming. We dispatch available jobs to our professionals. So they're crucial to the day-to-day operations of our platform. But we also use them to grow our platform as well, right? So we use communications to acquire customers, keep customers engaged, keep professionals engaged. So communications in all sorts of forms are very important to what we do. So this is kind of like a picture of all the different parties that are involved. We've talked a bunch about customers and professionals. But we also have internal teams, our support team and our operations team that interact with customers and professionals as well. And I created this little guy called HandyBot to sort of personify the Handy platform. So what I'll do now is take some time to go through focus on a couple different interactions and talk about some of the use cases there, what we've built to enable this, how that's evolved over time, and how that's had an impact on our business. So if you think about customers and professionals, we talked a bit about this already, but we enable customers and professionals to coordinate via phone and via text. So we use Twilio for this. We purchase anonymized masking numbers for customers and professionals to contact each other through. We do that for several reasons. One is safety, right? We can expire those numbers after the booking ends and close that relationship when it needs to be closed. It's measurable, right? So we keep close tabs on how often customers and professionals are contacting each other, what they're saying, and we use that to sort of understand and improve the service. And it also gives us control over this relationship, right? We want to play middleman to the extent that we need to play middleman, but also facilitate direct interactions here. But we want to do it in a way that we control and understand so that we can prevent disintermediation. So we started by buying these masking numbers for every single booking, and that let us scale very quickly. Over time, we've gotten a bit smarter and have purchased pools of numbers that we kind of recycle, and so we've been able to get much more efficient over time as we scale. If you think about Handy support and our support team's interactions with customers and professionals, in the event that customers or professionals have questions or concerns or have issues that they need to resolve, they can get in contact with our customer support team. We do this through multiple channels, through email, through phone, and through chat. And we sort of guide customers and professionals to the right channel based on the type or severity of their issue. And our goal here is obviously to deliver great customer service, but we also want to do this as efficiently as we possibly can. So help customers and pros self-serve in places where they can self-serve. And in the event they do need that human touch to resolve their issue, we make it easy for them to get in contact with us. If you think about the Handy platform and its interactions with customers, we do things here like send booking reminders to customers, right? So we notify you that a booking is upcoming. We notify you when your booking is about to start. And when we started, we had very simple reminders just to sort of let customers know what was happening. And over time, we've gotten a lot smarter testing different content and testing different things. And we've recently, if any of you were here for the Washio talk yesterday, Jordan mentioned that they use Yozio. We use Yozio as well. And so the short-term booking reminder right before the booking starts, we're able to use Yozio, which is an app install attribution and deep linking solution, to notify the customer that they have a booking that's about to start, but also allow them to download the app and hop right into the app and see their professional's location and booking status. So we've gotten smarter over time about the types of content that we're pushing through these reminders to drive more engagement for customers, but also deliver a better experience as well. And I spoke a bit about rating prompts so customers can rate professionals. We started off with just a very simple, easy to get up and running rating system via text, which let us keep tabs on the quality of service and where we needed to improve. Over time, we've shifted a lot of that into our app, which lets us collect richer feedback and details that we can then relay to professionals. So we've gotten smarter about that over time as well. If you think about the Handy platform to professionals, we need professionals to know which jobs are available to them so that they can claim jobs and work on the platform. And this is another area where we've gotten a lot smarter over time. We used to send text messages out to a lot of different pros. And now we've gotten smarter about, based on sort of learned preferences from pros and also explicit preferences that they can specify, recommend particular jobs to them and be smart about which jobs we dispatch. And we've also pushed a lot of our claiming behavior into a smartphone app. So we use SMS as sort of like a nudge to recommend particular jobs or to encourage pros to stay engaged and check their app for jobs. And the last scenario that I'll talk about is customers interacting with the platform and with customer support. So I mentioned these rating text messages. In the event that you rate highly and you're not on subscription, we prompt you to get on subscription. And so we can actually transition from an SMS rating into a live chat with a customer support agent via SMS, get questions by customers answered, and actually help them get on subscription really easily. And so we facilitated this interaction. It gets us an incremental several hundred bookings a week, which is really exciting. So that's kind of the full picture. I just sort of blazed through a bunch of different examples here. I mentioned Twilio a couple times. Twilio has been an awesome tool for us here, both sort of like getting started and building really simple solutions that let us scale fast. And they've also been tremendously supportive as we've grown and evolved and wanted to get more efficient about certain things as well. So what have we learned throughout the way? 3 big lessons. The first one, and I sort of alluded to this, start simple, get smarter as you scale. We were able to build a lot of really basic things to just get this marketplace up and running. We were then able to test a bunch of different variations, build out more complex solutions over time. So we've been very careful not to overbuild using Twilio and similar tools, and just kind of start simple, get things off the ground, run fast, break things, learn, and get smarter as we scale. The second thing is when you have a user's attention capitalized, right? When you have a happy, engaged customer, it's the perfect time to push them to try different parts of the experience or encourage them to, whether it's download the app or try a new service. You want to take advantage of that opportunity. And so we've thought a lot about all the different touch points that we have with customers and professionals and have done everything we can to make the experience better at those touch points and also drive additional engagement. And last but not least, real-time communications are most engaging. I think in certain scenarios, asynchronous communications are more convenient, but what we found is anytime you can enable real-time interactions, whether that's between customers and professionals, whether it's between customers and customer support for certain types of issues, those are the most engaging and deliver the best experiences. And so we think about ways that we can do that and which types of interactions it makes sense to facilitate real-time interactions for. So those are the 3 lessons. That's all the slides that I had. Hopefully we'll have some time for questions. Thank you guys so much for listening. We are hiring if you're interested in joining the team. I also shamelessly put my promo code up here if you guys do want to try out the service. But thank you guys so much.